Hey everybody, this is Jason, Zombie Collector, and I'm doing something completely unnatural. Being a zombie collector, you could expect to do something unnatural here. It might even be illegal in some states, especially Utah. So hey, the reason why I'm doing this video is because this is going to be a smattering of cards. I went over to Four Sharp Corners in beautiful, picturesque Greenfield, Indiana, and I was like, you know what, I'm not feeling baseball cards today, I'm feeling like everything but. So I'm just going to pick up, I've been watching a lot of It Cometh an Egg, and he just does a little bit of everything. And I kind of was like, as does, Wesker Griff, Ed. So I was like, let's just kind of like go outside the box here. And I picked up some cards that I think that Jeff Airtime Cards will love if he watches this video, because it's a lot of players from this box here. This is a World of Sports from Upper Deck. Tracy had 3 boxes and he was almost giving away. So I was like, I'll take a chance. A lot of them you can get like autographs and memorabilia. I didn't do that. I already ripped all the packs because I knew it could be very boring. And this still might be very boring if I was going through every pack, because there's a lot of like swimmers and lacrosse and female or women's hockey, women's soccer, everything, ice dancing and figure skating and all that. So I'm just showing you the people that I recognize their names. There's a ton of cards in here. So Jeff, if you want a lot of these cards either for your collection, because I know you collect a lot of these guys and gals, let me know and I'll send you a care package of all this stuff, because I don't want it. I just got it for maybe a few of the hits, so to speak. So if you want this for your collection, let me know. And with that being said, let's get into it. I'm not going to talk a lot about some of these cards. I recognize the name Mark Spitz because he spits a lot. Sam Cassell, sorry. Bill Russell. These cards look really great. We got Yao Ming. Now I know who Yao Ming is. He was the center for the Houston Rockets for a long time. Him and Shaq had some battles back in the day. Former Pacer Paul George, who now plays for, I think, OKC. But here he is with the Fresno State. You can tell this has been a few years back. Larry Johnson. We all remember Larry Johnson back in the 90s. I think he went on to play with Charlotte Hornets, if I'm not mistaken. Gordon Hayward, yes. Everybody remembers Gordon Hayward. I remember him quite well. I believe he played for Butler, which is here in Indiana. And then last year he ended up breaking his leg or something like that. And so he was out, but he's back, I believe, now. He's playing again. But Gordon Hayward, he was a big deal around here because he played for Butler, the team that went on to go to the final championship like 2 years in a row when no one expected Butler to even get there. So that's a big deal. Bill Walton. Recognize that name. Now, I don't know who this person, Yuka Sato, but she's Japanese. So, it's in my Japanese player collection. We got Steve Alford. Now, we all know in Indiana who Steve Alford is. He was a huge contributor to IU basketball. I live not too far from his hometown, Newcastle, Indiana. There is a Steve Alford shrine there. They act like he still lives there, and he shops at the local Piggly Wiggly. They get so excited about him so much so. So yeah, they have a huge, gigantic shoe that is the Steve Alford Hotel, or really it's a motel. And there's a gigantic shoe that you could probably put like a family of 20 in that's sitting out front. Don't ask me. Then we got Randy Coulter, who I don't know anything about his fight. I just know him from the Expendable movies. Looking kind of slim in this, so he lost some of his probably muscle. Then I got not an autograph, I wish it was an autograph, a women's soccer, I believe, numbered card for Hope Solo. I mean, that name is like all over with Star Wars. And it's number 227 out of 550. And it looks like it says clear competitors. So I got that. That's an insert card. And then I got another soccer player here, Zach Thornton. And his number is 220 out of 550. Also, let me get my finger out of that. So, don't know anything about it. Then we got old Nancy Take a Knee Kerrigan. Back when taking a knee actually meant something. Then we got Greg Louganis. dropped the T-pose on everybody before T-posing was popular. Everybody remembers the Olympics, I think, right? It was Atlanta that he busted his head on the back of the diving board. That was crazy. Crazy stuff. I remember that. Then we got the Worm, Dennis Rodman. And I'm coming down to the last few. Save that one for last. I got to. Then we got another Indiana icon, probably the biggest sports player ever to come out of the state of Indiana, Larry Bird. The only white guy that anybody ever talks about that was any good at basketball. Everybody gives Larry Bird props. And why would I not? The Hick from French Lick. The college I went to actually turned him down, saying he was not good enough to make it to their Christian college that I went to, the small little hole-in-the-wall college town I went to. Said he was not good enough, so he went to Indiana State. Think about how different his life would have been if he went to the college I went to down in southwest Indiana. Then we got the body, Jesse Ventura. The body, Jesse Ventura. We all love this guy. When I was growing up, man, dude, Jesse the Body Ventura was the bee's knees. Man, oh man. Then we got Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. It's Tiger Woods. Woods. And then we got the LeBron James, who is a self-proclaimed GOAT. But I just go on that action. I saved the best for last. Everybody's favorite cross-dressing transgender athlete, Bruce Jenner, or AKA Caitlyn. Doesn't look like a female in that picture. There we go. So there's that box. All right, next up, we got the wrestling. I broke a little box of this, like a couple bucks, $2-3. So I got this. I'm just going to show you a couple, like, not even, there weren't even really hits probably, just cards that kind of brought me back to my youth. These were inserts. I don't know anything about these guys. We got a Rhino insert from Raw. And then SmackDown, Jason Jordan. These two had the 1987 look. Here's what I like. I just pulled the cards that I recognize the wrestlers. Texas Tornado defeats Mr. Perfect for the Intercontinental Championship. Dude, I remember that like it was yesterday. There's a Texas Tornado. What a rip, dude. That guy was worthless. Ultimate Warrior defeats WWE Champion Randy Macho Man Savage via countout. I remember that, dude. The Ultimate Warrior, he's from Indiana. He's about maybe an hour and a half from here in an area called Brazil, Indiana, Crawfordsville. And anyways, but he's from Indiana, actually. So there's Ultimate Warrior. I was never an Ultimate Warrior fan. If I was going to pick anybody, I'd have been a Randy Macho Man Savage fan. Then we got Shawn Michaels defeats Triple H in the unsanctioned street fight. Heartbreak Kid. I liked Heartbreak Kid. Then we got Bret the Hitman Hart defeats Mr. Perfect for the Intercontinental Championship. Always a big fan of the Hitman. I remember that SummerSlam 91 like it was yesterday too. I love that. That was such a great one. Then we get into some legendary cards, I guess. We got Sting. Now I remember when Sting was the Venice Beach, California Sting with the bright blonde hair and blue eyes and the makeup that was like a cowl across his face. We got him. Then we got an insert of John Cena back in the day. I guess you did one of these things. I don't know. Uh-oh, you can't do that anymore. That's racist. I'm doing it. Uh-oh, does that mean it's a 3? I don't know. Do you make a 3? Maybe it's because it's for tag team championships with David Otunga. But there it is, guys. I wasn't making it up. There it is. The most racist hand gesture in the world right now. The ridiculousness that America is sometimes makes me just laugh. Then we got, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Look at that. Not showing any racist hand signs. Talking about racism, you probably can't get away with this anymore. People straight lose their mind. Even if it is a person of that nationality, ethnic group, whatever. You got Tatanka. Tatanka was awesome. Was completely awesome back in the day. But even though he's a Native American, Indian, whatever. I'm not here to offend anybody necessarily, but you got a guy running around in a headdress, doing a war dance and a war cry, hopping around on one knee, jumping around. People probably lose their minds right now. Somebody who wouldn't lose your mind because he's already crazy was the Ultimate Warrior. Remember when he used to get up on there before he'd be like shaking, just shake the rings, top rope? He would always do that before he hopped in. That was so hot. We got Triple H. I've never been a big fan of Triple H, but I respect his ability to wrestle for sure. Then we got Ken Shamrock wins a Lion's Den weapons match. Ken Shamrock started coming in towards the end of the beginning of the Attitude Era, and I was already kind of jumped shit by that point. And then Undertaker defeats Kama in a casket. I don't know who Kama is. I never heard of Kama. There we go, Undertaker. So there is my wrestling hits. And last but not least is the Panini America box. So this is kind of cool. And there was a ton of these cards. I'm just going to show some of the actors that I recognize. John Hurt. He's in tons and tons of movies. Things I think of him in is like Alien, the chest burster comes out of his chest at the very, spoiler alert, of the movie Alien. No one sees it coming, and it's legit. He reprises his role in Spaceballs. Then we got Elektra Avalon, who's basically supposedly Robert Rodriguez's cousin. She's one half of the twins, who shows up in the crazy babysitter twins or something, who shows up in Death Proof or the Grindhouse films. They kind of went off and did their own little careers as actresses, but they were famous because their uncle put them in a movie, essentially. Daniel Logan, who played Boba Fett, which it's whatever. Then we got another Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, what is 11-time world champ. Eat that, Tom Brady. Then we got Deborah Von Valkenburg. I know her from The Warriors. Warriors, come out and play. I met her at a convention. Very nice lady. I think she was a little standoffish at first. She seemed like she was a little bit surprised by how many people liked her from her films. Christina Applegate. Always thought she was a cute girl. I remember her back in what movie or TV show? Married with Children. Another TV show that would never be able to be played anymore because people get so butthurt. You can't be, whatever. What is his name? Al Bundy. Lord have mercy, people lose their minds. Then we got Jeffrey Tambor, which I remember him from movies like Hellboy, and then he was in Arrested Development. I like him in that. We got recently passed away Burt Reynolds. Erin Gray. A lot of people know her remember from Buck Rogers. I remember her from a little TV show in the 80s starring, what's his name? Some little punk kid called Silver Spoons. But she was like the girlfriend of his dad or whatnot. Man, I loved Erin Gray. I thought she was so hot to trot back in the day. Then we have Brad. Not Brad Pitt, though you might have thought I was going to say it. Brad from Rocky Horror Picture Show, Barry Bostwick. Or Bostwick, sorry. You got Brad and Janet. Oh my gosh, dude, Barry Bostwick, man. I remember, man. If you have not seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, he plays the greatest nerd ever. Rest in peace to the next one also. We got Corey Haim, one part of the Corey and Corey connection. He died of drugs. He obviously had a life full of partying even towards the end. He came to a convention I was at, but he was pretty much like almost got in a fist fight because he was trying to hook up with one of the girls named Tiffany Shepis. And he almost got into an altercation. There was all kinds of shenanigans. I don't even know what was going on. But anyways, it was sad that he passed. He was a great actor. I wish he would have not got caught up in the lifestyle for sure. Then we got Ellen Dietz. She was the face, the evil, ghostly goblin face in The Exorcist. Linda Blair did not do those scenes, though she claims she has done those scenes. It's actually Ellen Dietz. So there's a lot of back and forth. When you go to horror conventions, guys, or horror conventions, you learn so many things behind the scenes about some of these guys and gals. It is pretty shocking, to say the least. We got Alan Ruck, which I remember him from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was fantastic in that movie. Then we got the ever amazing Leslie Nielsen. I could do a whole video just about his B movies that most people don't even know about from the 70s. He's been in so many B horror, action, blaxploitation, animal attack films. They don't even recognize it. He's a lot of like early comedies before he became famous for like the Naked Gun movies, even like Airplane he was in. There's a lot of stuff. He was great leading up to it. Then we got Daniel Russo, Ralph Macchio. I don't got to say anything else about Ralph Macchio. You all know he's fantastic. I love the Karate Kid. I could watch the Karate Kid at a drop of a hat. I could be like, Karate Kid's on, boom, I'm there. Then we got, what is this guy's name? John Schneider. He was part of the Bo and Luke Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard. Don't know much about him, so I'm not going to talk about him, but that was an insert card. I'd say the two best for last. George A. Romero. Look at this. He just died about going on 2 years now, I believe. This is probably one of my, if not my most my most important, beloved directors I've ever watched his movies. I love, if you've not seen a George A. Romero movie, go watch his movies. Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Monkey Shines, Martin, what else? Oh my gosh. They're all like right there in front of my head. I can't even, Needful Things, Diary of the Dead, I don't know if I said that. What else? There's so many. I just think of most of his zombie movies, but he's done so much more than that. There's always Vanilla. I don't know if I said Martin. But guys, dude, check his movies out, his TV shows. He did a lot of TV as well. But man, definitely check him out, man. But yeah. Anyways, and lastly, I got a relic card. 347 out of 499 of Mae West. Mae West, which is absolutely awesome. Cannot believe I got a Mae West relic card. Never saw that coming. There's the back, which is kind of cool. If you don't know who Mae West is, guys, check it out. Go to her, go to Wikipedia, go to Google. She was definitely a interesting lass. So with that being said, guys, hope you all enjoyed this. This is kind of just a cornucopia stuff, just completely out of the blue. But I hope you enjoyed. Take care, peace, love, hair grease, and I'm out.